And the geek shall inherit the podcast. Hey, what's up to all the geek inheritors out there? Welcome back to another edition of And the Geek Shall Inherit the Podcast. Please like and subscribe, and if you need to share this, please do that also. It is greatly appreciated. Let's not waste any time. Let's get down to business and talk about the last episode of Peacemaker. Ignorance is Chris. Holy moly, that surprise ending that I did not see coming was fantastic. But before we get into that, let's talk about some high points of this episode real quick. First of all, I like that this was mainly about Vigilante. If you notice, he was the star of this episode in a way where we got a lot of his background. We got to go to his house. We got to see his mother and that very immature, weird relationship that they have where the mother is very smothering and he's so distant. He's almost like a teenager going through some level of puberty.
Scoot.
Oh, of course, I'm sorry. And I am so sorry if Adrian hurt you.
Mom, shut up.
Excuse me? I was just so excited that he had a girlfriend.
Mom, shut up.
Girlfriend.
Shut up.
I don't think that being too slutty is any reason to break up.
Stop. Mom, would you please fuck off?
And we learned that his father was gay and left them a long time ago. And the most fascinating thing about him is his garage, Vigilante's garage. That is a garage filled with millions of dollars and cocaine and heroin and all kinds of drugs that he takes from these drug lords and kingpins that he pretty much wipes out and never spends a dime because it's blood money, as he put it. And he just has it in his garage. And the funny thing is, Leota says that the week before, he said he was broke and asked her to pay for his lunch. Meanwhile, this guy has Pablo Escobar's bank account in his garage. Brilliant. And now, I knew from his obsession with finding the other vigilante in the alternate universe that something was not going to be right. And when he finally, his overbearingness to do it, he's compelled to do it. When they cross over to the other world, he makes sure to go and find his alternate self. And right when I saw that the garage was empty, I knew that my vibe was right. But then they hit me with a curveball. They hit all of us with a curveball when the other vigilante turns around and sees him. And instead of getting mad or attacking him, he has that same dumb smile on his face, and they are exactly alike.
Hey! Oh, Spider-Man meme!
Except for one major thing.
Is your best friend Peacemaker?
Peacemaker?
Yes.
I fucking hate that guy.
What?
The vigilante from the alternate universe hates Peacemaker, and the ending explains why. So that was an awesome moment that we're going to connect to. Then we have Rick Flag going to see Lex Luthor at Belle Reve, and he negotiates with Lex to get access to a interdimensional wormhole detector that Lex is in possession of, and Rick Flag knows that he would have this based on what he did in Metropolis in the Superman movie, and he's willing to transfer him to a very plush prison, which is probably going to make it easier for Lex to escape. And this might be the setup for Man of Tomorrow by moving Lex into another prison just because of Rick Flag's obsession with capturing Peacemaker. So that was a small part, but it's very, very, very significant. Now, we have the gang, Harcourt, John, Leota, and of course, as we said, Vigilante have crossed over to the Pocket Universe. And while searching around the house, Harcourt runs into Keith, who thinks that it's his version of Harcourt, and ends up giving her a lift to Argus. Things go wrong. She gets locked up because she has traces of cocaine on her from Vigilante's garage.
I'm gonna need you to hold right there.
Fucking Adrian.
So they pull her into a room just as our Peacemaker is coming into Argus, and he sees her knowing that he just left the alternate world Harcourt at her house. So he knows that this is the other Harcourt there. And that's where we get this interdimensional love triangle. So we have all that now. And one little detail that I love that Keith mentioned, and I love these little easy to do with the multiverse, but still very entertaining, is the Beatles versus Halloween.
They didn't revolutionize rock and roll the way that Mick, Paul, George, and Ringo did.
Mick
Jagger? Lead singer of the Beatles?
Right? That people say that this Halloween band is better than the Beatles, but with the lead singer Mick Jagger, which in actuality they had major beef back in the 60s. Like there was a major beef between Mick Jagger and the Beatles. So to know that in this world he was the lead singer of the Beatles, I love that detail that Keith mentions to Harcourt while he's driving her to Argus. And this whole time, I didn't pick up on this, but Harcourt is observing the world around her, and something is not sitting right with her. But to me, I didn't see what it was that she was seeing. And eventually, we get this building climax coming to the end of the episode where Harcourt is freed from, the holding cell. Her and Peacemaker walk around the Argus office, and she's picking up on this same, she has the same perplexed look on her face that she had in the car with Keith. And then we cut to Leota, who decided to take a walk in the neighborhood, and she's waving at the neighbors who are looking at her strangely. And even then, as a black man, that didn't even dawn on me. The thought crossed my mind, but I was like, no, maybe this is something about the version of Leota in this timeline. She sold out Task Force X in the other one and exposed it to the world. And maybe in this universe, she did something that everyone hates her for. And seeing her face walking through the neighborhood was like, it's her. She's the one that did whatever. And then we cut back to Harcourt, who says to Peacemaker, don't you notice something off about this whole place? And he's like, no, what? The fact that there are no people of color anywhere. Peacemaker looks at this flag that's folded on the desk, a little statuette of a flag, and he picks it up and he unfolds the flag, and then he sees that it's the American flag with a Nazi symbol on it. And you cut to the neighborhood where Leota's walking through, and everyone starts pointing at her. Keith is driving down the street, hits the brakes, jumps out of his car, and someone runs out of their house and screams. And they all start running out of their house and chasing Leota down the street, which is a nightmare that I've had since the age of 7. This was insane. Meanwhile, John Economist is hiding behind the island in the kitchen because Peacemaker's dad came home. So they're all in this weird effed up situation, because even back at Argus, the other Harcourt now, the happy, nice Harcourt, who is potentially a racist, has come back into the office too. So they've all collided. She says, arrest that woman, she's an imposter. What a great climax, knowing that this perfect world is a freaking Nazi world, and connecting it now to the episode with the Sons of Liberty. Vigilante is part of the Sons of Liberty, who are fighting against Peacemaker, his father, and Keith, and probably other superheroes were like this. So I don't know if this is all of America or if this is just this particular town that they're in, but it now makes me wonder, who else in this universe is a Nazi? Are we gonna get like the Nazi Justice Gang and we're gonna get Guy Gardner with the little Hitler mustache? Are we gonna get a Nazi Superman? This is freaking amazing. What a great plot twist and build up. Shout out to James Gunn. This was fantastic, guys. I can't wait to see where this is going. What did you guys think of the episode? What did you think of that plot twist? And who else do you think is in this universe? Drop a comment below and let me know your thoughts. Peace.